Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom, live from our studios at number 5 Oula Hansen Lane at Tesano. I am Inusafo. Coming up. Dozens left stranded after floods hit Seikwa in Bono region.
Bramege proto na ntesa be mfi beye inumo na sensiani a ahyase a eyesa nim de nti abanisa okonyi mini ba bi ate ko ba bi anyeyi.
Toddler among 6 hit by stray bullets after jubilant gunfire over chieftaincy ruling in Kwabnakwa in the western region.
Because Obata in the Bano, Omodian somehow severe because only one that whole hospital, but 4 now can it may say a 2 more discharge because
Schools in Abesiwa, Nyamebetre and in Suta in the Ahafwano Southeast districts in the Ashanti region struggle amid severe infrastructure gaps.
The school is not having water facility. So when the children come to school, it's difficult for them to have water to drink. From the school to the community is also a bit distance. Therefore, if you can get a borehole or water source of water for the children, that could have also been a very helpful thing.
Kaswa's Iron City residents endure healthcare crisis as health facilities face logistics shortage and closes at night.
Because they need more delivery beds, they need a lot of. I just went in there and I saw that their BP apparatus is only one BP apparatus for both general and then the maternal cases. No, it is not.
In CNR business. IMF questions sustainability of Ghana's single-digit inflation, projects 12% by end of 2025. In Channel 1 Sports. Kotoko seek Chief Imam's blessings ahead of CAF Champions League clash with Wydad. Thanks for choosing us this hour. Let's start with this sad story. 6 people, including a toddler, have been struck by stray bullets at Kwabnakwa in the Obuasi East district of the Ashanti region. The incident occurred after a member of a family involved in a chieftaincy dispute allegedly fired a gunshot in celebration following a court ruling in favor of his faction. According to eyewitnesses, the suspect, identified as Kofi Cole, mobilized some relatives and boarded a tricycle to jubilate after hearing the verdict, during which celebratory gunfire was discharged. Stray bullets from the shooting hit 6 people, including a toddler. 4 of the injured victims were treated and discharged, while a mother and her baby were referred to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital for further treatment. The assembly member for Kwabnakwa, Obuasi East District, narrated the incident to Channel 1 News.
I'm afraid the police station will free police penny no had mono. Me free down on so free patrol team free bidim e mobile. Inti many police penny any patrol team na call Merakuto clinic and that's also the cohe Obata in the banner or Modahono. If you want to bar Korako school one your police station one cohe nipa 4 na almost one. Because Obata in the banner or more somehow severe because only one that whole hospital, but 4 now can it may say a 2 more discharge because Bako dear a canachi or Baba a 2 canachi, Baba consuno a can, the moment so had musing, Baconso a born a tico, Anna Baconso and in Sa Haseno, and a tuno, a boy, or Munyani, a 2 or more.
50 people have been displaced by floods in Seikwa Township in the Tain district of the Bono region following heavy rains that hit the area. Some of the affected residents have moved in with relatives and friends, while others remain stranded, having nowhere else to go. Officials from the Tyne District Directorate of the National Disaster Management Organization have visited the affected communities and are appealing for relief items to support the victims. Channel 1 News' Michael Sapongfum reports.
Several homes in Seikwa Township in the Tyne District of the Bunu region have been submerged after torrential rains, displacing about 50 residents. While some victims have sought refuge with relatives and friends, others continue to stay in the flooded areas due to limited accommodation options. Many of them have been sharing their distressing experiences.
Na efie no so nyame na mesiye me bra ne besiye na ode maame ese me maame nso so afirim e na me nso so me ni ba bia me fa na me bra na ono ani fie wa han bi e na otim tinya ade a metima asesa me mma akogu ne so nti na mete ha
to tobere yi de enya yese de a hatimi ya masa be 5-6 years in there ye bia so 2 years.
The Tyne District Director of NADMO, Martin Frimpong, who had been assessing the extent of the damage, has appealed for immediate assistance for the displaced persons.
The problem in my area has to do with the flooding that occurred just recently due to the heavy rainfall. And it has displaced about 52 people from their homes. And currently they are in need of support. They need some relief items, looking at the situation. They need tents, student mattresses, and mosquito nets where they can use these items and then at least to help them for a living for a period of time.
The Bunu Regional Director of NADMO, Fatikine, has also outlined measures being put in place to support affected residents in Seikwa.
I have reported the issue at the headquarters, which they are working on it. So as soon as possible, we will go to their aid to help them solve that issue. So what I can tell Tyne District is that we should all take good care of ourselves, and individuals, we must know that there are certain places we need not to put structures there.
The management of the National Disaster Management Organization in the Bunu region says to continue to collaborate with various organizations in the region to help reduce disasters. For Channel 1 News, I am Michael Sapongfum.
The minority in Parliament is opposing government's plan to hand over management of state-owned telecom operator AT to Telecom. The government is currently seeking a private partner to help revive the struggling company. However, the minority insists that Telecom's bid should be rejected in favor of an offer from Canadian firm Rectron, which has proposed an initial investment of $150 million with the potential to scale up to $1 billion over 5 years. At a press briefing, ranking member on Parliament's Communications Committee, Matthew Nyindam, questioned Telecom's financial capacity to turn around AT, which is burdened with debts exceeding $200 million.
Recton promise of $150 million is for the first year, with a planned investment of over $1 billion. In a case of Telecom, is bringing on board absolutely nothing. So why will the minister abandon Recton for Telecom? Ladies and gentlemen, it defies logic and a sound reasoning that the honorable minister, who considered a $50 million network upgrade by Telecom, though the source of funding remains unclear, after the supposed consolidation as sufficient to sustain both companies, you dismiss $150 million initial 1 year investment and up to a total of $1 billion over the next 5 years. Such a position not only lacks consistency, but also raises serious questions about the minister's judgment and underlying motivation behind the decision.
Joining us via Zoom to further discuss the minority's concerns over the proposed AT Telecel partnership is the Deputy Ranking Member on the Communications Committee, Davis Ansong-Poku, popularly known as OPK. Many thanks for joining us, OPK.
Thank you, my sister. I hope
So
you're doing well.
you've expressed support for Rectron's proposal to invest $150 million initially and up to $1 billion over 5 years. What are the key terms of this proposal, and why do you believe that it's a better option than Telecel's?
Well, see, I think first of all, we ought to appreciate the fact that when the government acquired AT for $1, the aim was to save over 500 jobs and also to protect over 5 million subscribers. So clearly, I mean, the policy was to safeguard jobs, preserve competition, and secure national digital infrastructure. Now, we believe that when there's competition in the telecom industry, the citizenry or our people stand to benefit. And that is why at all times we are pushing very hard to ensure that there's competition in the sector. Creating a duopoly like what the minister intends to do, for me, will not help. And you see, this whole discussion about merging AC with Telecel has not helped in times past. I mean, we all remember Airtel. We also remember today the point we had to come together and said that they can't move Airtel to this. And they could not even stand the market force from the other major telecom industry. So we believe that at all times the interest of the state is to promote competition in the telecom industry. And there's a blueprint. It's something that we thought that the minister would follow. But I mean, since early 2025, the consistent inconsistencies from the minister, I mean, flip-flopping on this subject has not helped. And I think that is something that is a bit worrying. I mean, first, he promised that he was going to inject some capital into AT. That did not happen. Mm-hmm. Two, we heard of an MOU that was signed with Rectron for 60% ownership, where Rectron said they were going to invest $160 million into AT. This, we know that as we speak, this was before KPMG, we supposed to advise government. The advice, I'm told, has not come. But the minister has gone on further to announce a mega with Telecom. I mean, a company that owns about 16% of the shares of market shares. We believe that merging 6% plus 16% cannot stand the force that MTN brings on board. And so we need a third force. We need somebody who can provide real competition in the market. I mean, this also borders on national security concerns. Can you imagine that one day, if the two companies shut down, or one of these dominant companies says that they are withdrawing their services from the country, or for some reasons do not want to operate, I mean, there will be a complete chaos. And it is for that matter that countries encourage competition. Countries encourage a lot more companies involved in the telecom industry.
OPK, you've also raised concerns about Telecel's own financial difficulties. Why do you think these difficulties should disqualify the company from taking over AT?
Our challenge is not with Telecel's, I mean, speaking from today I've met with the management of Telecel. I mean, they tell us they gave me their books. So we appreciate the fact that, I mean, they are doing very well in a very competitive environment. My concern is what I've expressed to you, the lack of competition, creating a duopoly in the system. And of course, my sister, if somebody is offering $150 million with a $1 billion 5-year term, and we all know that this Canadian company has the capacity to deliver on what they are promising. And there's somebody who has announced a $60 million injection into the company. And I mean, which one do you go for? Certainly you'll be looking at the $150 million with a clear plan to take us out of this whole begging. As we speak, AT is engulfed in a lot of debt, $1.5 billion in terms of service delivery that ATC has provided for them. And so you need to look beyond the 50 million. You need to look at a company that is ready to inject more within a particular, and that is why we think that this whole speed, this whole attempt to hoodwink the Ghanaian people, this whole attempt to, as it were, sneak in this whole process, that's mark of some fishy dealings from the minister. And of course, we also believe that Parliament must be involved because
yes, is that why you believe parliamentary oversight is necessary?
It is absolutely necessary, my sister. I mean, the government of Ghana owns 100%. The government of Ghana ought to be informed. The people of Ghana ought to be informed, and that is through Parliament. So these matters must come before Parliament. But you go to Bloomberg, companies are announcing some packages. We hear of MOUs being signed and all of that. We think that the whole situation is becoming murkier, and that is why we are inviting His Excellency the President to step into this matter and try and arrest the situation. We want the best for Ghanaians. We want to protect the 300 jobs that are currently employed at 80. We also want to ensure that there's competitive environment for everybody. I mean, the minister should focus on creating a shared environment where all these companies can benefit from, rather than trying to, hoodwink us and try and give these things out without any recourse to the laws and, Parliament for that matter.
Right. Finally, OPK, you've mentioned a possible conflict of interest involving Communications Minister Sam George. Could you clarify these allegations and explain how they might affect the fairness or integrity of the transaction?
Well, for me, my focus is on the whole deal. I mean, I know that the press conference mentioned some sponsorship deals that go on. For me, I think that the focus is on urging the young minister to exercise restraint, seek the advice of KPMG in this matter, and be well informed so that we can get the best out of it. Also, it's important to engage Parliament. We have complete oversight over this. We are custodians of the land. I mean, it's important that this thing comes to before Parliament. We scrutinize the deal. I mean, some transparency, some openness in this whole deal will help.
Honorable, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's do some more stories now. The National Security Secretariat has cautioned the public against the unauthorized use of its name and resources to engage in criminal activities. According to the Secretariat, several reports of such misconduct have led to the arrest of some individuals found culpable. Director of Special Operations at the Secretariat, Richard Jakpa, disclosed this during an inspection of the University of Ghana's Livestock and Poultry Research Center at Boteman, which was reportedly vandalized by persons claiming to be national security operatives. Channel 1 News' Fauzu Masaudu has more.
The University of Ghana says its 945-acre livestock and poultry research center at Boteman has suffered multiple attacks following the release of part of its land to the government for the construction of the Boteman Sports Complex and an adjoining road network. A national security staffer, Wahab Nakbeng, stationed at the site, recounted a recent incident in which individuals posing as national security operatives allegedly vandalized property and stole money.
They took some of our cooker's money, 3,000, and one of my colleague money, 4,500. Yeah, and 1 to 2,000 cedis, and they took my Apple Watch.
During his inspection, Director of Special Operations Richard Jakpa warned against the unauthorized use of the Secretariat's name and assured that a thorough investigation into the incident is underway.
You know, there are a lot of people who roam around claiming to be coming from national security, perpetrating all manner of, doing all manner of things. We've been arresting them, we've been prosecuting them. So national security is doing everything possible to protect the image of the institution and also the interest of the nation and our assets. So if I am here and people are claiming that they are from national security, they came to do this, and I'm here trying to get to the bottom of it, you can then understand. All those who are roaming around claiming to be national security without authorization and certification because we'll have our ID cards and other things. I just want them to understand that we are coming for them.
Meanwhile, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Nana Aba Apia Amfo, says the university will explore all legal options to safeguard the land which has been earmarked for the construction of staff accommodation.
There were reported acts of vandalism here yesterday. So we have come here, as you can see, together with national security to come to the bottom of this. The University of Ghana is the bona fide owner of this land, and we will work together with national security and the government to ensure that we have peaceful occupation of this land. As you can see, we are in the process of starting the construction of 208 apartments for staff accommodation.
The chiefs and residents of Prestea Bogoso and surrounding communities have expressed concern that the prolonged legal battle over the operations of the Bogoso Prestea mine is hindering development and job creation in the area. The concerns were raised during a visit by traditional leaders and officials of the Prestea Huni Valley municipality to the mine, which is currently at the center of a dispute between Blue Gold FGR, the former operator, and the government, following the termination of its lease and the subsequent award to Health Goldfields. Channel 1 TV's Western Bureau Chief, Akwesia Jayanim, reports.
The century-old Prestea Bogoso mine has been dormant in recent years, suffering from significant deterioration of its underground facilities and processing plant since its lease was granted to Blue Gold FGR in 2020. However, after years of underinvestment and the declining operations, government revoked Blue Gold's FGR's lease in 2024 and reassigned it to Heat Goldfields later that year. Since then, Blue Gold FGR has been engaged in a legal battle with government over the termination. During a visit to the mine by the chiefs of Prestea and the leadership of the municipality, the managing director of Heat Goldfields, Patrick Apia Mensah, said his company inherited several debts from FGR and that the ongoing litigation has slowed effort to resume full-scale operations, though work is progressing steadily.
There was a significant amount of money left unpaid at the Minerals Commission in respect of the mineral rights. I believe it's ranging between 5 to 7 million US dollars. That is left to be paid there at the Minerals Commission. We have had conversation with the government to structure a payment plan towards that. So far, about $75 million have been spent, and some of them committed to revive the mine. The work that we've done, pumping water from the underground, making sure that the underground is safe to be able to operate.
It dismissed claims that the company lacks the necessary permit to operate, assuring that full operations will soon commence.
This lease was acquired in November 2024, and it is for a period of 15 years to develop the mine and bring it into a profitable business that can benefit the local community and the people of Ghana entirely.
The chief of Prestea Heman, Nana Ntebua Pra IV, and the municipal chief executive for Prestea Huni Valley, Dr. Matthew Aye, commended progress made towards restarting operations, but expressed worry that the ongoing litigation is delaying job creation and impeding local development.
We want development, and the buoyancy or the improvement of the mine contribute to our internal generated revenue. So we are praying that they will do things well and the government will give them the ratification and it will be okay for the people. We need employment for our people. So when this company thrives, it means there will be enough employment for our people.
Within the short period that they have announced their presence, they are really working hard in reviving the place. We are focused as a community. We are more interested in company that would have the development, the sustainable development of the community at heart. We are not ready for any litigation or what have you.
Inadequate infrastructure, including classrooms, furniture, teachers' bungalows, and sanitation facilities, is hampering effective teaching and learning in schools across Abeswa, Nyamebechere, and Nsuta in the Ahafo Southeast District of the Ashanti region. School authorities say the lack of essential facilities such as teachers, potable water, and kindergarten blocks continues to undermine academic progress in these communities.
Sustainable Development Goal 4 promotes inclusive, equitable, and quality education, while Goal 6 advocates access to clean water and sanitation. However, for students in Abesiwa, Nyamebetre, and Nsuta, these global targets remain out of reach as they contend with deteriorating infrastructure and the absence of safe drinking water. The headmaster of Nyamebetre Basic School, Prince William Bonnet, expressed concern over the inadequate classrooms, lack of furniture, teachers' bungalows, and poor sanitation facilities in the school.
The whole school, we are having 10 teachers, including me. Primary, we have 2 teachers. So I have to shift myself from the office and then join to be 3. The school is not having water facility. So when the children come to school, it's difficult for them to have water to drink. From the school to the community is also a bit distance. Therefore, if you can get a borehole or source of water for the children, that could have also been a very helpful thing.
At Abesiwa, the assembly member, Kwejo Konto, highlighted the community's struggle with inadequate educational infrastructure, particularly the lack of furniture, classrooms, and sanitation facilities. He appealed for urgent government intervention.
Furniture is my big problem for the teachers. The teachers have already came to me and they address it. And I also let the MP and DC know that they don't have the furniture. So if they can supply the furniture for us.
In Nsuta, about 12 classroom units have been abandoned, forcing pupils to study in dilapidated structures that pose safety risk. Responding to these concerns, the District Chief Executive for Ahafo Southeast, Yamba Nelson Isaka Ibrahim, assured the affected communities that government will take steps to resolve their challenges.
We've seen some of the abandoned projects. Thank God we have an allocation for abandoned projects. So very soon we'll kickstart it to make sure we complete those projects that we're talking about. So that you guys will make sure we solve them, solve the problems anywhere, so that everybody also benefit from JDM government.
You're watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. IMF questions sustainability of Ghana's single digits inflation, projects 12% by end of 2025. We have the details shortly. Please stay.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. It be me, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See, this wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Pearl. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest, go be from Georgia be luckiest, from not the block she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey!
Is that his car?
Everywhere.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You are welcome to two of Ghana's finest addresses, Willow Lane and Alphabet City, located at Sakumon. Alphabet City is a premier gated community with 24/7 security. Willow Lane, where luxury meets comfort, spacious 4-bedroom homes with walk-in closet, elevators, and gourmet kitchens. Two lifestyles, one trusted developer at Whaley. Our buildings are ready for you to move in right now. So visit whaley.org or call 0240 111119 to book a private tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Good evening and welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go! Lights, camera, action. With your mind going, let the lights of
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
You're welcome back to the Channel 1 Newsroom. Next is Channel 1 Business with Neteli Netiajaho.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
How are you doing, Netili?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. The IMF, they don't believe in our single digits.
Yeah,
They're going to cause fear and panic.
Yes, they don't believe we can sustain the gains made. So it's up to us to ensure that, we put in place measures to ensure that inflation is at its level, production is done domestically. All of those things have to be made sure, or else
they'll be right.
Yes.
Give us the details.
Okay. Now, despite Ghana recording 9.4% inflation in September, the country's first-digit single rate for 4 years, the International Monetary Fund is casting doubts on sustainability of that momentum, projecting the figure to end 2025 slightly higher at 12%. The fund's forecast contained in its latest Global Economic Outlook report, released in October, comes just weeks after headline inflation fell sharply from 21.5% a year earlier, supported by the stable cedi, improved food supplies, and tight monetary policy. Emmanuel Pong has more.
The IMF's outlook makes it the second major institution after the World Bank to express doubt about Ghana maintaining single-digit inflation. The World Bank's Africa Pulse report pegged 2025 inflation at 15.4%, significantly above the government's target of 11.9%. Some market analysts have described the IMF's position as cautious but telling. given Ghana's strong disinflation trend in recent months. Some local analysts, however, insist that inflation could even end the year possibly at 7%. Still, the Bank of Ghana maintains a confident stance, assuring that inflation will remain within single digits by December, citing continued monetary tightening and improved fiscal discipline. Beyond inflation, the IMF expects Ghana's economy to grow by 4% in 2025, slightly below the government's 4.4% target outlined in the national budget. Growth is projected to accelerate to 4.8% in 2026 under Ghana's IMF-supported economic recovery program. Ghana's economy expanded by 6.3% in the second quarter of 2025, driven largely by the services sector, which grew by 9.9% and contributed the highest share to GDP.
Now, the Institute for Fiscal Studies has linked Ghana's continued dependence on rice imports to the limited land area dedicated to rice cultivation across the country. The IFS notes that a comparison with major rice-producing nations such as Vietnam and Thailand shows that these countries allocate large portions of their agricultural land to rice farming, a strategy that has enabled them to achieve self-sufficiency. Daniel Odromensa has more.
Senior Research Fellow at the IFS, Dr. Said Boachi, speaking during a presentation on how Ghana can transform its fortunes in the rice sector, called for a policy shift to review and expand the allocation of agricultural land to rice farmers across the country.
We have been talking various programs. We want to produce rice. You are doing somewhat good in terms of yield, but we don't have land. Is it that you don't have land? Agricultural land is available, but we are unable to allocate towards rice production. So are you merely doing the talking the talk, not walking the walk? So the fundamental question now is, why is it that Ghana's rice yield is so low comparatively, while at the same time the country is unable to devote considerable share of its agricultural land for rice production, leading to such a low domestic rice production?
He also urged the government to establish a rice development board to ensure more active and coordinated government intervention in the rice sector.
Rice development board should handle all government interventions in rice sector covering production, harvesting, milling, and storage of rice. Therefore, it should be equipped financially and technically in such a way that it can handle government intervention pertaining to the provision of certified and quality rice seeds to rice farmers, provision of adequate fertilizer to rice farming, provision of adequate irrigation facilities for rice farming, mechanization of rice farming operation, provision of adequate access to land for rice farming, etc.
The Bank of Ghana will begin receiving applications from digital credit service providers starting November 3. Announcing the development at the FinTech Stakeholder Forum organized by MTN Momo, Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Matilda Asante-Isiedu, said the move marks the operationalization of the digital credit system framework designed to expand access to formal financial services. According to her, the initiative will enable digital credit providers to reach underserved and unbanked populations while promoting innovation and ensuring that lending practices adhere to sound regulatory standards.
We are strengthening innovation and digital capabilities to bring our regulatory systems in sync with the market. Our monetary policy stance continues to promote stability, recognizing that innovation and macroeconomic disciplines are not competing goals, but complementary. In the near term, what we intend to do is to operationalize the Digital Credit Directive and roll out our virtual assets licensing regime and expand financial literacy as well as the redress mechanisms across the country. Now, we expect that from the 3rd of November, applications will now be received for digital credit. So if that's an area you're interested in, certainly that is something to take note of.
Let's now bring you an update of how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for Channel 1 Business. I am Neteli Netiajahu. Back to you,
Thank you very much, Neteli. Let's do some more stories now. Residents of Iron City, a community in Kaswa, are facing major challenges in assessing primary health care. The only health facility serving the area lacks essential logistics and does not operate at night, forcing patients, especially pregnant women in labor, to travel long distances to seek medical attention. Central Regional Correspondent Takwasiado has more in this report.
The Iron City Health Center, commissioned just last year, is yet to function effectively due to inadequate staffing and the absence of basic medical logistics. The facility remains closed at night, leaving residents stranded during medical emergencies. In several cases, patients have been transported to distant health centers, often in critical condition due to the lack of immediate care.
Because they need more delivery beds, they need a lot of. I just went in there and I saw that their BP apparatus is only one BP apparatus for both general and then the maternal cases. No, it is not done, and so it means that the basic equipment that should be stocked here as a health center, they are really lacking, and I could say that it's about 40%.
With a voter population nearing 20,000, residents say the facility is unable to meet the community's growing healthcare demands. They are calling on authorities to upgrade the center and extend its operations to cover night hours to better respond to emergencies.
We had the assurances that the MC of Senya is and want to trust that the follow-ups will continue and that they will be able to make good the promises that they've made to lift up this facility.
According to the Senya East Municipal Health Directorate, the Iron City Health Center and other primary healthcare facilities in the area face challenges in storing essential vaccines due to high electricity costs. Security concerns have also contributed to their inability to operate at night.
There has been a directive from the President through the Minister of Health and then the Electricity Company of Ghana that all public health facilities that store vaccine and provide basic community health care must be exempted from paying hospital bills. I mean, in terms of electricity bill, but we are still paying because we have a prepaid meter. So this affects our ability to properly manage vaccines and provide health care at night.
Municipal Chief Executive Seth Sabasewono Banini has assured residents of the Assembly's commitment to strengthening primary health care delivery in the municipality. Speaking to Channel 1 News during the health center's first anniversary celebration, the MCE pledged immediate steps to improve conditions at the facility and ensure residents have access to essential health services at all times.
We had detailed discussion with the municipal health director, and the coordinating director here has also bought into it. So we are going to supply not just them, but some selected medical facilities within the communities, within the municipality would get medical supplies. In addition, this particular facility would also see some renovation works.
For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwesi Ado, Iron City, Kaswa, Central Region.
To some politics now. New Patriotic Party presidential hopeful Dr. Brian Achampong has pledged to focus on party unity, infrastructure development, security and discipline should he be elected to lead the party in the upcoming primaries. His assurance comes after a campaign tour across parts of the Greater Accra region where he met with party members and shared his vision for the NPP's future. The following report has more.
Speaking to the media, Dr. Brian Achampong described his campaign tour of the Greater Accra region as highly successful, noting that delegates had received his message with enthusiasm. He expressed confidence in his ability to deliver on his promises if entrusted with the party's leadership.
I also assured party people that the key areas that I would focus on should we win power and also as part of my campaign messaging will be on jobs. I'd ask them to look at what I have done for myself in the private sector, and I will be able to leverage on that with government policy to create more jobs, meaningful jobs for young people. I also made them aware that as the youngest presidential candidate, aspirant for that matter, and what I have done in my personal life will also inspire a lot of young people, which will bring them to vote for us in 2028.
Dr. Ichampon emphasized that he remains unbothered by endorsements from certain party executives for other contenders, expressing optimism about his prospects in the upcoming primaries.
I have no fears at all about any so-called establishment. There's really no establishment in this. It is establishment that is going to vote January 31st. The whole party architecture, the delegates, the workers of the party. I'm nobody. I'm particularly not worried about any influence of any establishment. I'm running a solid campaign, and then I know that nothing except the delegates that can influence the win.
He also proposed a 90-day suspension of all mining activities to allow for the restoration of the country's water bodies to their natural state.
Galamsey, halt it for 90 days. Stop. Everybody should stop mining in this country, regardless of the financial consequences. We have to agree that for the next 90 days, I'm not talking about even a state of emergency, 90 days, rainy season, let's clear our water bodies, let's engage how we go back to mining. We cannot stop or repair the tie or the track of a moving train as fast as it is speeding. We need to agree, and I'm not talking about state of emergency, that mining, regardless of where, should stop now.
Still on NPP internal elections, flag bearer hopeful of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has commenced his Our Journey Together campaign with visits to Sine East, Sine West and Atebubu, maintaining his first stops in a planned tour of all 276 constituencies. In Bunu East, he urged New Patriotic Party delegates to support his bid to lead the party into the 2028 general election, citing his long-standing loyalty, service and contribution to the party's successes over the years. There's more in the following report.
Addressing party faithful across the three constituencies, Dr. Bawumia traced his political journey from his entry into frontline politics in 2008 through his tenure as vice president. He emphasized that his commitment to the NPP has been consistent and unwavering, highlighting critical moments when he left key professional roles to serve the party, including during the 2012 election petition and the 2016 campaign that brought the NPP back to power. He also pointed to the many national initiatives he helped introduce or champion while in office, including digitalization efforts such as the Ghana Card, mobile money interoperability, and the medical drone delivery service programs. He believes demonstrate his ability to lead with innovation and impact.
Yebaye munyinanim se NDC for omuko wiemo ewo 2012. Eninti yendi nkunim so ye call Supreme Court Semokai, you and I were not there. Mina mekodi adansi Emma party no star witness. Mina me ye pink sheet no so me lead team no na ye pink sheet no ejuma no me call Supreme Court eko di adansi eko defendi party no pa. Yan di nkunim but ye chire Ghana fo nyina se ye na ye wini 2012 election no. Ye wiye misimu mikase minko baby abium metna Ghana na ma bo campaign no me call lecture after lecture after lecture me the pressure egu NDC for so me country na na Akufo-Addo say 2016 election yidie me pese ojai John Mahama emame na me no yenko boot for 2016 election.
In addition to making the case for continuity and experience, Dr. Bawumia reinforced his commitment to running a clean and unifying campaign.
Kukurudu, Media me obia me pen kabom. Me pen kabom pa eninti me ye me campaigner me nkasanti obia. Me mbo obia din. Me ndidi obia tem. Me chrema dwin keke. Emma mo. Enti udidi obia tema mu wie election na wo se beboa me a obeba. Omba enti me kase obia o kasa mami. Onsusu nkasa man di obia tem. Me so me pese me wie a mo di franka ane hye me nsa meka ma menu anuma me ne omo ekwa kansi ni nyina meka omo nyina abom na etimi akoiko G2 no ewo ye election mo.
This is the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Kotoko seek Chief Imam's blessings ahead of CAF Champions League clash with Wydad. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man's more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go fit the luckiest. Go fit from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go fit be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go fit be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you put it to you, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Love the Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekuatri. How are you doing?
I'm a miracle. How are you too?
I'm very well, thank you.